A very good evening. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. A warm welcome and a very good evening to our honorable chief guest, Dr. Prakash M. Halami, sir, guest of honor, Dr. Padam Singh, sir, our distinguished guest, Dr. N. Thajuddin, sir, esteemed resource person, faculties, participants, and organizer of the program. Welcome to our advisor of the program, Dr. Vijay, sir. I am Amit Tiwari, IT head and the program coordinator, Research and Development Scheme, Institute of Applied Statistics, Kanpur. It is with immense pleasure and pride that we gather here today for the inauguration of 1-month online certificate program on effective research writing. This initiative is the culmination of a collaborative effort between the Institute of Applied Statistics, Kanpur, and Microbiologists Society India under the guidance of and advice of Dr. Vijay Jagdish Upadhyay sir from Padam University. To begin this auspicious occasion, I would like to introduce the Project Director, National Coordinator, Dr. Padam Singh Research and Development Scheme, Dr. Shubham Pandey sir. His role as the National Coordinator of Dr. Padam Singh Research and Development Scheme in collaboration with ICMR and the Institute of Applied Statistics underscores his commitment to advancing medical research and data analysis. Dr. Pandey sir's academic journey also includes serving as assistant professor and head of the Biostatistics Department at the Himalayan Institute of Medical Sciences, SRHU, Dehradun. He has contributed to the field of public health by working as a senior statistician in the National Retinoplasma Registry Program at the National Institute of Pathology, Indian Council of Medical Research, New Delhi. Now, I would like to invite the Project Director of Institute of Applied Statistics, Dr. Shubham Pandey sir, alumni in the field, to extend his warm welcome and deliver the welcome address. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Amit. I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Very good evening to all. It is with the great pleasure that I extend a warm welcome and a very good evening to the chief guest, Dr. Prakash sir, guest of honor, Dr. Padam Singh sir, distinguished guest, Dr. N. Thajuddin sir, Dr. A.M. Deshmukh, President, Dr. Archana, Vice President, Microbiology Society of India, and Dr. Vijay Jagdish Upadhyay, Deputy Director, Research and Development Cell, Parul University, Gujarat, and all delegates, researchers present here in the online inaugural ceremony of Certificate Program of Effective Research Writing. Allow me to take a moment to introduce the Institute of Applied Statistics. It is a statistical training and research institute dedicated to advancement of the human resources development in statistics and biostatistics. The ISS 10 we have again provided training on a statistical tool and methodologies to professionals nationwide. Beyond training, the institute actively engaged in the multidisciplinary research endeavor, aiming the propagate statistical knowledge and foster the global development of the statistical system. At the heart of the mission lies of the creation of the training manpower equipped and the tackle the involving challenges to the research landscape. Our collaboration with the prestigious medical institution across the nation under Dr. Padam Singh Research and Development Scheme mark as a significant milestone in our journey. Since its inception, we have the separate head the NIST training program benefited thousands of the researchers and faculty members and we nobly our MOU with ICMR he has paved the way of the 19 scientific program for medical professionals. Furthermore, we established the 16 joint state and district training center under the R&D scheme with or more waiting approval underscore the dedication of the knowledge and discrimination of the capacity building across region. And this center serve the vital hubs on the collaboration and exchange the forecasting innovation and expertise in the research methodology. Under the aegis of Dr. Padam Singh Research and Development Scheme, we had the privilege of training approximately 20,000 researchers, scholars, faculties in the field of statistics and biostatistics. I has embarked this 1-month training program, 1-month certificate program for effective research writing. I am confident that it will serve the as for the as a skill and contribute the meaningfully for the academic research. Thank you very much. Thank you, Amit. Best of luck to all participants.
Thank you so much, sir, for insightful words. Now, I would like to introduce the advisor of the program, this 1-month certificate program, Dr. Vijay Jagdish Upadhyay, sir, presently working as a Deputy Director at Research and Development Cell, RDC, as an Associate Professor, Department of Microbiology, Parul Institute of Applied Sciences, Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. After receiving postdoctoral research training from TB Research Unit, Department of Respiratory Medical, National Heart and Lung Institute, Imperial College London, UK, he served as a postdoctoral research scientist at PD Hinduja Hospital and National Medical Research Center on cutting-edge technologies for early diagnosis of tuberculosis. His area of research includes immunodiagnostics for tuberculosis and infectious disease more than 12 years. He has successfully contributed more than 96 publications on tuberculosis, infectious disease, agriculture, and other microbiological aspects. He is having more than 18 years of professional experience, including he has served several awards to his credit, including recognition in the field of IPR and patents by Vision Next Nagpur, Professor G.P. Talwar Young Scientist Award, Senior Scientist Award 2020-21, and the Best Teacher Award 2019 from Microbiologists Society India. Asian Pacific Federation of Clinical Biochemists, Silver Jubilee Travel Fellowship, Best Leadership Award from Immunosoft India Private Limited, and many more. Recently, scientific project approved by ICMR Government of India, New Delhi, for evaluation of diagnostic potential of recombinant filarial proteins and development of rapid immunochromatographic concomitant antigen and antibody detection test for diagnosis of lymphatic filariasis. Granting agency ICMR Government of India project budget amount of 1,08,92,633 rupees. His development editor for International Journals of Microbiological Science is actively involved in research activities in collaboration with other universities in Gujarat. He delivered guest talks for university faculty members and students on IPR, innovation and startups, which are today's need. And recently, last 2 months back, we established a joint training, state training center at Gujarat under Dr. Padam Singh Research and Development Scheme, and followed by one on-site workshop, one online workshop, and this is the third workshop proposed under the guidance of Dr. Vijay Devishwada, sir. I would like to invite sir to share an overview of one-month online certificate program on effective research writing with all delegates presented in today's session. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Namaskar. Shubh Sandhya. I'm audible?
Yes, sir, audible, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, it is my proud pleasure and privilege to welcome all the guests, dignitaries on the and off the dais. My sincere thanks to Dr. Prakash M. Halami, sir, Chief Scientist, Professor and Head, Microbiology and Fermentation Technology Department, CSIR, CFTRI, Mysore, and another our distinguished guest, the Professor in Thajuddin, Pro Vice Chancellor from BS Abdur Rahman, Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, Vandalur, Chennai, Tamilnadu. Both chief guests and distinguished, I sincerely thanks to both of you on my single call. You accepted the invitation to be here. And Dr. Padam Singh sir, always guest of honor. He is always a role model for us. Let me just explain our journey with Institute of Applied Statistics. November or October, we just introduced, we understand each other. And in December, we took one offline, physical mode, 2 days program at Parul University. And Dr. Padam Singh, who is the role model and initiator of this program, along with Dr. Kiran Juneja and Dr. Shubham Pandey, both three of them, they visited our Parul University and enriched our participants, faculty members. I think more than 130 participated and shown a good response. So it was just a beginning. From that 2 days successful program, the participant, they told us to, why don't we should initiate 1 month course, and 1 month research effective research writing was initiated in month of February. Again, there was a good response, and in collaboration with this, after the successful second series, we applied to our GUJ course, the GUJ course, that Gujarat Council of Scientific and Technology, for funding support sponsorship for EXALT program, the enhancing expertise in advanced research and leveraging research scientific techniques. And as it is my pleasure that I am joining a bridge between the Microbiologists Society, with whom I am associated last 5 years. With Microbiologists Society is one of the good reputed society working all over the India, conducting more than every month 5-6 programs. And I am very fortunate to deliver 6-7 programs, 2 programs on IPR, 1 program on food and dairy microbiology, 1 on pharmacovigilance, and many 2-3 research methodology workshop when Dr. Arvind Deshmukh sir personally visited at our Parul University campus and the Ahmedabad campus. So along with Microbiologists Society, this is my 7th or 8th program. And this society is always standing with me, always behind with me, and Arvind sir is telling Vijay, whatever you want, you carry on. I don't know exactly what are the number of participation, but this is just a beginning for the course. So just I'm telling our journey with not only with Institute of Applied Statistics, that 2 successful program we delivered, and with Microbiology Society, almost 8th or 9th program I'm delivering, being as a convener or the organizer of this program. So this joining or the bridging gap, I'm very much confident that this program will be successful, and in new coming days we definitely understand the PhDs and the research scholar how effective scientific writing is important. In our institution also, NAC ranking, NRF ranking, everyone we understood that why Q1, Q2 ranking papers are important. Everybody understand why the grants, extramural grants are very, very important. And until and unless the scientific writing, which is in the art, we are not improving, then it is very difficult to achieve such milestone. And I'm very much thankful all the people, including the resource person. I'm sorry if I'm missing someone names, Dr. Shivam Dubey, who is the project director and national coordinator. Always we are discussing how we are taking any program to the next level. And Amit Tiwari, being as the IT head and the program manager, he's always there to arranging all the things. I'm not last but not least the resource person who is giving their time. Today's guest is also there, that Dr. Indranil Saha from Scientistry, who will elaborate us on and initiate the program. They will start the program. So definitely their knowledge will be helpful for us. And many more resource persons are there, and not but least all the participants who are expecting the knowledge journey, who are accompanying us with this knowledge journey. Definitely, without their help and support, such things is not possible. So without taking not taking much more time, there are more senior people, my gurus and my mentors are there. So I extend my best wishes for this and be with us. I request all the participant and faculty member, please keep us messaging how we can improve to the next level. Your all feedbacks and your comments will be a stone for us, bridging stone for us, for our not only for our growth and development, but also to take this research thing to the next level, for the growth level at the Indian level, at the national level. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance. And definitely, I always request to all delegates, then please try to ask queries as much as possible. Try to interact with all resource persons in the program to get benefit from the program. So may I, with your permission, sir, I think Dr. Deshmukh sir and Archana ma'am is not present right now.
Okay, you please
With
continue your
permission-
program.
Yes, yes. With your permission, I am moving forward, sir. So today we have the privilege to have a distinguished guest whose contribution to the field of microbiology have been nothing short of exemplary. Now, allow me to introduce Dr. N. Thajuddin, sir, a renowned figure in the realm of microbiology, currently serving as a Pro Vice Chancellor, B.S. Abdur Rahman, Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, Vandalur, Chennai. Before that, sir served as a professor and head of the Department of Microbiology, National Repository for Microalgae and Cyanobacteria, Freshwater, at Bharathian University, India. Dr. Thajuddin, sir, brings with him a illustrious career spanning over 3 decades in teaching and research. Dr. Thajuddin sir's area of specialization lies in microbiology with a keen focus on cyanobacteria and microalgal taxonomy and biotechnology. His academic journey has been enriched by a year-long training stint in the USA as a postdoctoral research associate, courtesy of the Dept Overseas Award by the Government of India. With an impressive publication record of 386 papers, including contribution to the prestigious journals like the Nature Group, Dr. Thajuddin sir's scholarly endeavors have garnered global recognition. His academic pursuits have taken him to the numerous countries like United States of America, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, United Kingdom, Germany, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Republic of Korea, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and Italy, where he has shared his expertise and insights through the lectures, seminars, and conferences. Beyond academia, Dr. Thajuddin sir's impact resonates through his prolific authorship, having penned 10 books under esteemed publishers such as Kansas, Advisor, CRC Press, and Intact. His research endeavors have been generously supported by grants totaling millions, both for proposal projects and collaborative initiatives. Dr. Thajuddin sir's commitment to nurturing young minds is evident in his supervision of 36 PhD candidates, along with guiding MPhil and MSc project students. His mentorship extends to postdoctoral fellows, totaling 14 divisions under his guidance. In recognition of his outstanding contribution, Sir has received numerous awards and accolades, including the prestigious Chancellor Award, Senior Scientist Award from Microbiologists Society India, and the fellowship from esteemed organizations like the Royal Society of Biology, London. His impact transcends academia with significant contribution to establishing national facilities such as the National Facility for Marine Cyanobacteria and the National Repository for Freshwater Microalgae and Cyanobacteria funded by Government of India. As we embark on this journey of learning and discovery, we are honored to have Sir to grace our inaugural session. His expertise, wisdom, and unwavering dedication serve as an inspiration to all delegates present at today's session. Now, I would like to invite Sir to address all delegates presented in today's session. Please, sir, welcome, sir. Sir, you are not audible. Not audible, sir.
Dr. Amit, you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful.
Sir, try to remove headphone. I think it might help something. Not audible, sir.
I think Dr. Thajuddin sir is also not audible. I think Arvind sir, you joined. Hello,
Uh,
Arvind sir.
Sir, no one found that name. AM Deshmukh sir joined. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have joined. Dr.
Yeah.
Thajuddin also has joined, and Dr. Prakash Halami is also here.
Uh, I will like to request to our distinguished guest, Dr. Thajuddin sir, please rejoin the session and try to remove headphone. I will just try to reconnect the session. Maybe it will help us with the audio. So meanwhile, we are our president of Microbiologists Society India with us. So it is my honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Deshmukh Arvind Madrao sir, a luminary in the field of microbiology. Sir is distinguished scholar whose illustrious career spans over 37 years in academia, holding a master's degree and PhD in microbiology. He has served as the ex-professor and head of the Department of Microbiology at Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Sub-Center, Osmanabad. His contribution to research and education are exemplary with 82 paper publications, including 32 in international journals. Dr. Deshmukh sir has supervised 17 research students and spearheaded one major and 2 minor research projects. Its literary powers extend to the publication of 4 books and the editing of 7 others. As a president of Microbiologists Society India, Dr. Deshmukh sir has been a driving force behind 56 states, national and international conferences, seminars, and workshops. He has chaired the Board of Studies in Microbiology and served on various committees, including those related to research and environmental concerns. A true global ambassador of microbiology, Dr. Deshmukh sir has traversed the globe, sharing his expertise and knowledge in countries such as Japan, Malaysia, Thailand, and United States, and many more. His dedication to education knows no bounds, evident through his virtual classrooms, reaching thousands of students globally for the past 5 years. With such a wealth of experience and expertise, I invite to Dr. Deshmukh Arvind Madrao sir to share his invaluable insights and experience with all delegates and with us, inspiring and guiding all participants in this program towards effective research writing. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Yes. So, really, I'm very happy today inaugurating 1 month program.
Sir, you are muted.
Scientific writing jointly organized by Institute of Applied Statistics and Microbiologists Society India. This is the first attempt. I know that the response is not satisfactory in the first attempt, but whatsoever the response we got, we'll work hard and we'll try to satisfy the student so that they will give the message to others next time. They are our ambassadors. They will learn today. And I'm very happy. Eminent microbiologist of India, Dr. Prakash Halami and Dr. Thajuddin, one from Mysore and another from Trichy, both are very eminent scientific worker in biotechnology. They are present today. I also appreciate the efforts of Dr. Vijay from Parul University. I know that he is a dedicated person, enthusiastic person, and a very hard worker. He is the true mediator in between Institute of Applied Statistics and Microbiologists Society. So, as a president of Microbiologists Society, it is my duty to wish all of you best luck for such 1 month program, which is students are badly in need of scientific writing. They work hard, but they don't know how to represent their work as in the form of research paper. Whenever they are presenting oral presentation, slide preparation, and many things, they do not know, they do not have enough knowledge of scientific writing. So today, at this moment, I again wish you all the best. Good luck to you. And I'm sure this is a stepping stone, but within a year, the response will be very high by the student. And we'll do many things in collaboration with the Institute of Applied Statistics and Microbiologists Society India. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Amit, we can't hear you.
अमित आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Amit, now you are.
Yes,
Okay, now fine.
I would like to request Sir, Dr. Thajuddin Sir, please join using your cell phone. I think it might help us to hear from your experience and guidance with all delegates. So, Sir is still joining, connecting, try to connect with us. So meanwhile, we again like to introduce the next guest of honor over this inaugural ceremony. The presence of our guest of honor, Dr. Padam Singh Sir. Further,
Please unmute yourself. Unmute. You are muted.
Sir has,
You are muted. Unmute. Yes.
Sir has significant contribution
Yes.
to
No,
the field
still
of
you are muted.
statistics and
Your
medical
voice is not
research
audible.
have earned him an esteemed reputation both in India and around the world.
And also,
Dr. Padam Singh has held numerous influential positions within the Government of India, showcasing his expertise and dedication to public service. His tenure as a member of National Statistical Commission, Government of India, exemplifies his commitment to shaping statistical policies and strategies on national level. Dr. Padam Singh Sir has served as the Additional Director General of Indian Council of Medical Research, where
we
his work
cannot
plays
hear
a
you.
pivotal role
We
in
cannot
advancing
hear
medical
you.
research in the country. During his tenure as the director of the National Institute of Medical Statistics, he contributed significantly to the advancement of medical statistics, setting benchmark to the field. His accomplishments extend to his role as a joint advisor at the Planning Commission and his position as a professor of statistics at Pusa Institute, where his imparted knowledge and shaped the education of countless students. Dr. Padam Singh's dedication and expertise have not gone unnoticed. He has been honored with the Sankiki Bhushan Award and is recognized as the Fellow of the Society of Medical Statistics, the highest honor for a statistician. Most recently, in 2022, he was conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Institute of Applied Statistics, recognizing his significant and lasting impact on the field. In further recognition of his remarkable contributions, Sir received the Dr. P.V. Sukhatme Lifetime Achievement Award from the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India, accompanied by a substantial cash prize. Dr. Padam Singh's lifetime achievements are the inspiration to all of us, and his presence today is a testament to the knowledge and wisdom he brings to our online programs. We are truly fortunate to have him, Sir, as our guest of honor, and we are eagerly anticipate his valuable insight and wisdom. Please join me extending a warm welcome to our guest of honor, Dr. Padam Singh, sir. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Amit. Chief guest of the inaugural function, Dr. Halami ji, distinguished guest, Dr. Thajuddin, Dr. Deshmukh, Dr. Upadhyay, Shubham Pandey, Archana, Indrani ji, participants, and other invited guests. It is really an honor for me. This is because the scheme is on my name. I am grateful to Institute of Applied Statistics that they have named this R&D scheme as Dr. Padam Singh R&D scheme. So that is a big privilege. The other privilege is that this workshop is being organized with the Microbiology Society. And Dr. Nirmal Ganguly, top microbiologist, he has been my Director General when I was additional DG for 7 years. He was my DG. So I had very close interaction, working with the group of microbiologists. So that is another honor. Now, this 1 month program, I'll be delivering 2 lectures myself. That is on sample size and sampling. And, while delivering these and other lectures, when I was in Baroda and, with the similar group, we made it a point to explain the nitty-gritties and all important concepts in the language which are understood by them. So now we are statisticians, most of the statistical concepts which are there in effective writing, these are taught in the language of a statistician. But we try to simplify the things, or we try to explain things जिसको बोलते हैं ना कहानी की तरह सुनाते हैं. So that is the best way of teaching a subject which could be understood by others, in the language which they feel it is their own language. We have experience of similar workshops earlier, and we have utilized the feedback received in modifying the contents and changing the faculty as well. So this is an ongoing process. And we feel that such workshop should be organized on regular basis and pan-India level. And this is one of the initiatives of Institute of Applied Statistics. We have been doing it, and Shubham has already given some background information about this. So my blessings and my best wishes for the organizers and the participants, and I wish success for this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing insightful words and that not only enriched our understanding but have also ignited newfound enthusiasm for the research and all delegates. I would, sir, are you audible, Dr. Thajuddin, sir? I think there is some technical issue at the device. So moving forward, it is with great honor and privilege that I introduce our esteemed chief guest for today's online inaugural ceremony of our 1 month certificate program, Dr. Prakash M. Halami, sir. Dr. Prakash sir is a distinguished senior principal scientist and professor at the Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research with a remarkable career dedicated to the field of microbiology and biotechnology. Currently stationed at the Department of Microbiology, Fermentation Technology at CSIR, Center Food Technological Research Institute, Mysore. Sir's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. He earned his postgraduate degree in the molecular biology and biotechnology from the prestigious National Center for Plant Biotechnology, Usha Institute, IARI, New Delhi, and further pursued his doctorate in biotechnology from the University of Mysore. His quest of knowledge led him to receive advanced training in biotechnology from Kobe University, Japan, and engage in doctoral research at the University of Frankfurt, Germany. Additionally, he pursued postdoctoral research in the USA at the University of Minnesota at the Rahman as a Rahman Research Fellow. Throughout his illustrious career, Dr. Halami's research has focused on elucidating the mechanism of food-grade metabolite production by microorganisms, utilizing both classical microbiology approaches and cutting-edge genomic tools. His investigations extend to deciphering the intricate mechanism of antibiotic resistance in probiotic and starter cultures, a subject of critical importance in today's healthcare landscape. Dr. Halami's academic prowess is evidenced by his extensive publication record, boasting over 100 publications in peer-reviewed international journals, including several Indian patents and numerous book chapters contributed to esteemed publications. His research has been international recognition, earning him award and accolades, including multiple Best Paper Award at the national and international conferences. Furthermore, such dedication to nurturing the next generation of scientists is commendable. He has supervised numerous postgraduate and doctoral students shaping the future of microbiological research. His expertise spans various domains, including molecular biology, omics sciences, biotechnology, bioinformatics, and microbial metabolites, making him an invaluable asset to our academic community. Please join me extending a warm welcome to Dr. Prakash M. Halami, sir, whose presence today adds immense value to our inaugural ceremony. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Amit, for a very long and brief introduction. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, sir, audible.
Wonderful. Good evening, everyone. Respected guest of honor and chairperson, Dr. Padam Singh, RD scheme, Dr. Padam Singh, former additional DG of ICMR. Very happy, sir, to interact with you virtually. Very happy to know that you received the Sukhatme Award, where because I was a IRI student and I know the Statistic Institute over there. So very happy to interact with you and share this virtual dice. Dr. Thajuddin, we are actually the first fellow of MBSI during 2023 when MBSI actually started the fellow award. So myself and Thajuddin, and we shared this award. Other guests, Dr. Vijay is there, and other committee members of this research writing one month online certificate program. Very happy that Parul University, in collaboration Microbiology Society India, is organized very important for the benefit of the students, members of the MBSI, and then several other researchers. How actually the effective writing or writing actually the scientific is important. How we are going to communicate from our table or from the lab to the outside world. What the writing skill one should have. When we are actually looking on this aspect, the several otherwise also terminology comes like the vocabulary. We can actually hear Thajuddin interacting with his student.
Okay.
Is it okay, sir, now? Wonderful. Yeah. So I was talking with reference to how the proper vocabulary can be used, effective vocabulary, the phrases one can make, non-repetitive writing, right? Then the tense. Most of this actually student scientific community forgets whether they have to write in the present tense or past tense or the future tense. So once the experiment is done, it is of course the past tense. And then when we are actually writing the future perspective, It is actually the future tense which we see. Nowadays, actually, what problem we see in the research or in the publication also, plagiarism is one of the major issue, a plagiarism, and then work which is being actually get retracted, and then actually Indian science actually is always in a one or other problem these days, which we actually sees. Several of our publication gets published and then falls victimized with the retraction problem. The plagiarism, of course, the UGC don't allow more than 20%. Most of the universities are also following how this can be actually minimized. And the effective or the proper writing is given to the scientific community, right? Then one of the important aspect, I think, when we are talking with the biological sciences, the number of sampling, and I'm sure Dr. Padam Singh, who is going to give 2 lectures, he will not miss any point on earth in that. And ICMR actually started the separate institute only, the Statistical Institute, which is in the same campus in Delhi. So this will be actually very useful from the student perspective. I would say, no, most of these people, the copy paste, which they usually follow up, which is actually not the good idea. I hope one or other the resource persons will be able to tell with reference to the copy paste, or this should be whatever we write or go on representing, is a free from this kind of activities. How actually you summarizes your the own pictures, the tables, how they are visible, how the clarity is maintained, the DPI is maintained. When we also write paper for the SCI journal, and always it comes back. It first come back stating that your manuscript should be checked with a native English speaker. Of course, for Indian, I think we should not have that problem. But then yes, we actually, whenever I used to talk with a colleague in Germany, and they say, "Oh, you talk Indian English. You don't talk either British English or American English." So that is actually the another question. You will see not a large number of actually the pictures get actually copied. And that actually is a serious issue nowadays, day by day, which is actually happening. Dr. Thajuddin now is online, and I am sure that he is also going to share his views. So I may not take much time, but I would like to give few effective research writing teams, how actually we can actually plan the writing. So planning, of course, is the long process, well in advance. It can't be a suddenly starting. Of course, we always tell the student, you start the work, I will start writing the paper. Yes, you can write the introduction, we can write the discussion, not the results. Of course, within the results, what we always think a day ahead, expected result. So expected result, you need not to wait to get the result or the observed results. You can always think, with reference to the control, with reference to the positive control, negative control, the reference material, what will be the your actually expected results. So though it is actually we have to wait to get our final confirmed results, but we can always actually think ahead, plan. Just like I would say, like Ramayana, everyone says that it was written much before it happened. So just a small point. Then how we are actually figuring out about the writing, whether we are going to write directly for the journal, as a review article, or as a short communication, or for the press note, or for the general public, or for the magazine. So definitely the text will change, the content will change. How we actually introduce the initial few lines, in what context we are writing, how we are actually able to convince the in general the audience, right? So our whether it is some policy papers which they looks more the quantitative data and all these things. Then of course, how if it is the manuscript, how concise and comprehensive we are going to write is a very important aspect. No? Then of course the methodology part, this comes if it is the thesis writing, the data, and as I already initiated that we usually make sure that it is written in the past tense, that it was carried out. The the different trials were used, so it always goes in the past tense, and writing in a straightforward way, avoiding the clinches, making sure that we don't duplicate, because this is a very common issue. Material method titles and result discussion titles, when we ask the PhD student, it actually becomes a common, so result is result, material method is a material method, right? So So there are great statistics, with reference to the clarity which we give, with reference to the English, the language, right? Now, actually, the paper comes especially from the Korea or Japan. They always actually has the problem of English. And in Japanese papers, you will see they have the organization itself. Now there are such services actually you will see who actually helps for writing the paper, but then we can't be waiting for each and every manuscript on payment basis, outsourcing, right? And you, of course, my other colleague also will agree with me. Several of actually the typesetters are actually in the South India, because elsewhere or the academic press, which are actually the manuscript proof actually comes somewhere from Chennai, right? So this is how actually our own people are actually helping, So just from the student perspective, I would say writing in a proper language, avoiding the services from outsourcing, even getting corrected from our other colleagues, there is no harm. If they criticizing, there is no harm, You need not to take their criticism in a negative way, but you can always see that it can be actually improved further, So such reviewing, there is no harm, rather than getting reviewed from the outside world and getting a large number of series of pages of these comments, and then you spend a lot of time for you that and all these things. And then several times what happens is, one is of course because of the English or the language. Second is the number of comments the reviewers gives, and based on that only editor actually decides that this paper comes from India or of not sufficient quality, there is no novelty, or we do not have one type of direct and indirect evidence through concepts, right? So this is I am sure that the workshop, this online workshop, 1 month, the BSI, the other registered delegates, other participants, where they will be one of the best people, where now we can also approach them in a days to come. And I am very happy that our guest of honor, who has actually these organizations, Dr. Padam Singh R&D scheme, and I believe that they are doing the wonderful activities for the benefit. Now, Dr. Vijay also told that he has organized several such activities through MBSI. MBSI actually is now approaching each and every corner of this country. We had the second annual conference this year, actually. In fact, in the Trichy, Dr. Thajuddin was the host of this conference, and then MBSI will be looking forward for organizing such events. Okay, effective research writing 1 month online training program. I take this opportunity to congratulate the organizers for taking up such a novel idea and then activities. Spending evening 1 hour, absolutely there is no harm. Will definitely benefit the large number of gathering and then students and then scientific community to improve their knowledge, to improve their skill. Actually, writing is actually more art than science. But to do all these things, you need actually the scientific data. You need the several different experiment performed. You need the better analysis. You need a bigger population study. You need a better conclusion, what you want to draw and tell in the future, what is the outcome of this study for the future generation. Once again, I am very thankful for the organizers for giving me this honor as a chief guest and organizing this event very wonderfully, very precisely, and in time. People from all the different aspects, we are here through this Parul University Institute of Applied Statistics platform, supported with the MBSI, and then colleague from the different organizations. Once again, thank you very much, and wishing you all the best for this 1 month long program. Thank you very much, sir. You give me some time, I will talk at least 1 or 2 hours again. Thank you. Thank you very much. Amit, we can't hear you actually.
I think it's audible, sir, now. Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words and sharing word of wisdom with all delegates presented today's session. I think these words will inspire all delegates and set a positive tone for the entire program. Your wealth of knowledge and experience is invaluable to us, sir. And thank you for your time in contribution in this journey of the 1 month certificate program. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your presence. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Thajuddin, sir. Please share with your experience and with all delegates present in today's session. Sir, you are mute, sir. You are muted.
Now is it audible?
Yes, audible, sir. Perfect audible, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
So I'm extremely sorry for my technical problem in my laptop computer.
It's okay,
I'm
sir.
extremely sorry I'm not in time.
It's a fine, sir.
Okay, sir. So at the outset, I thank the organizers for organizing the 1 month online certificate program, Effective Research Writing, organized by Institute of Applied Statistics jointly with our Microbiological Society of India. And I also extremely thankful to Dr. Guest of Honor, Dr. Padam Singh sir, Dr. Prakash Halami, Dr. Deshmukh sir, my Guruji, then the other responsible persons, Dr. A. Archana, Dr. Subham Pandey, Dr. Vijay Jagdish Ubadaya for this excellent the workshop. It is really the need of the hour. So before that, the basic and fundamental requirement for writing this research proposal or paper, we have to follow 3 major I's. So one is the interest. So whatever you are working on that, you must have the interest. Without interest, you can't achieve anything. So first I is the interest. Then second is the involvement. So 100% dedication is needed for your interested aspect. And third one is most important one is the innovation. So whatever you do, you have to have the innovative ideas. So I am following these 3 I's. So that so far I published nearly 410 papers, crossed 410 papers, and I received nearly 18 crores grants from different funding agencies, and I established 2 national centers. One is National Facility for Marine Cyanobacteria, and recently 2015 I established a National Repository for Microalgae and Cyanobacteria. This is 2 reference center, only centers available in our country based on our research activities. So the basic and fundamental requirement for writing the research proposal, we have to follow some criteria. One is knowledge on the basics of your research area. So first you have to have the knowledge and literature collection at national and international level, and focus on specific area of research and identify the gaps in the specific area of research. The identification of the gaps, if you read any article, if you understand the entire article, any paper published in the good impact factor journals, if you 100% understand, definitely you are getting so many questions. You note down the questions, and if you fill up the questions in your subsequent project or subsequent paper, that is the innovative idea. You are going to fill the gaps in this particular research area. So this is very important. And next one is the outcome of the research. The outcome is very focused, and the outcome should be some societal relevance. So these are all the basic things required for applying any projects, and the project objective must be very clear. And the budget is utmost important thing for getting the project. For example, one of my colleague, he applied one project in DBT. I also applied the project in the same DBT for biodiesel production. I received the project for nearly 1.5 crore. He is not getting the project. Project, I know, very sound project, but the budget he proposed is not matching. So for 1.5 crore worth project, he asked just 15,000 rupees for chemicals and glasswares. So it is not matching. For this only, that project is rejected. So likewise, you have to be very careful in designing the project and budget everything. And one example in particular paper I want to submit one paper on self-splicing group 1 introns from cyanobacteria. Usually introns present in only in the eukaryotes, not in the prokaryotes, but some US partners, my overseas advisor, she published one paper in Science Journal on presence of introns in cyanobacteria. The same thing, I received the primers, everything, all the kits, PCR kits, I got it from my overseas advisor, and I got excellent result and submit the proposal, submit the paper in one journal. So they give so many queries and they rejected. So I fulfill all the queries and submit the paper in some other journal with 5 impact factor journal. It was published. So as previous speaker Halami sir says, so whatever criticism is coming for our paper, you have to fulfill. You take you give the importance of the criticism. You fulfill the criticism in your research article so that you can publish in a good impact factor journal. Likewise, one impact factor journal rejected my paper, and 5 impact factor journal it accepted and published. So this is the first paper in our country. We published group 1 self-splicing introns and cyanobacteria. And in research, there are 2 different types of research. One is basic research and applied research, in which interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary research is also there. So now all the funding agencies are looking for transdisciplinary research. For example, one of my very close friend, he is working in a very remote village in Melvisharam of Vellore district in zoology department, Dr. Saul Hamid. So everyone knows that. In his laboratory, he appointed one person of Tamil scholar. So I was surprised, why you are a zoology person, why you appointed a Tamil scholar? Then he said, this is again the fruit of the transdisciplinary research. The Tamil scholars knows to read and understand the palm writings. In palm leaf writing, our pioneers mentioned so many plants for some diseases. They are not they are not mentioned the particular diseases, but they says that this particular plant having the positive effect on particular diseases like that. Based on the Tamil scholar, he identified some plant and he tested the plant extract with white spot syndrome virus, which is affected by the shrimp and aquacultures. So identify the plant and he developed the extract, and he is developed the technology and he developed the product in the name of Imuzone. That is very effective, not only killing the virus but also enhancing the productivity of the aquaculture fishes. So far he sold nearly 23,000 liters of the Imuzole at the cost of nearly 5 crores. He transferred the technology to Posidion Biotech at Chennai. That product is now in the market, very effective market. Why I am saying this? You have to have the transdisciplinary research, and then we can get so many ideas, new ideas from other persons. And particularly in our department, where I working in Bharatdasan University for 31 years, in our curriculum, we included one paper called self-study review paper. It is a 3 core paper with 3 credits. So we, in that particular final year of the MSc, in addition to the project work, we are giving the self-study review paper work. That is a paper. So we give the advanced topic to each and every student. So they have to develop a review article for this particular title, and then they submit in the form of the review paper. For this, we are providing 50 marks. And they have to give the presentation, PowerPoint presentation to the other examiners, outside examiners. That includes 50 marks. So likewise, our students, we are trained the students to write the review articles. And I like to mention here that one student for 5 years back, Mr. Raja, so he published the self-study review paper in 7 impact factor journal. Now he is working in some US laboratories. Likewise, this is the innovative idea. Almost all the students of microbiology department of our university, they are very particular to write the self-study review article, so that they know how to write, how to discuss, how to develop the self-study review article in their MSc. Before MSc degree, they can publish this paper also. So this is the fruit of the thing. This thing can be included in other universities also. The one paper, self-study review paper for other students. This will be very useful if the students going for the research, postdoctoral research or doctoral research. It will be very useful. In Tamil Nadu government, they give student project, SSP project, that is Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology. They provide the project grant of 7,500 to 10,000 for all the MSc students, BTech students and MTech students. So in MSc, during the MSc course, they can receive the project, they can implement the project, they know the UC, SOC, all the procedures, and they are getting some projects also. That project will be evaluated, and they are giving some best project awards also. By this way, our students, Tamil Nadu students, are encouraged to submit the MSc student project. They are getting maximum of 10,000 rupees per student. So nearly 3,000 scholarship they are giving in Tamil Nadu government. So this is another way of enhancing and developing the research attitude among the students. And everyone knows that our country is one of the 14 mega biodiversity country of the world. So we have the very excellent flora and fauna. Our students are expert in handling the instruments and the techniques, but the lack of knowledge is writing the proposals, writing the papers. So in this one month online workshop, it is really very useful to the student community, so that they have the skills, but they don't know how to write the projects, how to write the papers. By this way, this one month online certificate program will be extremely useful, so that we can develop the trained human resource. And if they are coming out of very good innovative projects, definitely the project end up with some patents, projects, then technology transfers and so on, so that our country, from 50 years back, our country, we are telling that it is a developing country stage. 20 years back, again, we are telling that our country is a developing country state. Today also, we are telling that again, we are in a developing country stage. Although we are achieved so many things globally, we are top in so many things, even aviation technology and agriculture, everything we are top, but our country is in a developing country stage. If you are trained the excellent human resource, not only in the research skills, but also the writing projects and papers, this will be of great use, so that our country will definitely will be in a developed country stage. So with this brief note, I thank once again the organizers for giving this very excellent opportunity for sharing some of my views, and also I am very feel honored to be with Dr. Padam Singh sir. He is a very eminent scholar. I know I am really blessed to see him through online. So one time definitely I will meet him personally in Delhi or some other places. And also I really thank the organizers for giving this excellent opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful words, and thank you, sir, for your available time with us. And to move forward and to the first session, before that, I would like to convey sincere thanks that we have privilege to have Dr. Prakash Halami sir as our chief guest for this inaugural ceremony. Your pioneering work in the field of research is an inspiration to us all, and we are deeply grateful for your presence, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And we are deeply honored to have with us Dr. Thajuddin sir as a distinguished guest in this inaugural ceremony. Your presence brings immense prestige to our events, and we are grateful for the wisdom and expertise you bring to our virtual gathering. Thank you so much, sir. Our heartfelt appreciation also goes to Dr. Padam Singh, sir, former Additional Director General of ICMR New Delhi, for gracing up with your esteemed presence as our guest of honor. Your vast experience and insights are invaluable to us, and we are honored to have you with us, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And the sincere thanks also goes to Dr. A. Archana ma'am, Vice President of Microbiologists Society India, and Dr. A.M. Deshmukh sir, President of Microbiologists Society India. Your dedication to advancing the field of microbiology and your willingness to share your expertise with all delegates and the researchers. And we are honored to have you address our delegates, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence. I would also like to express our gratitude to Dr. Shubham Pandey, sir, Dr. Vijay Jagdish Upadhyay, sir, the advisor of the certificate program. Your leadership and guidance have been instrumental in the development of this program, and we are thankful for your effort in organizing this initiative. As we set sail on the voyage of research and development, let's move towards the journey of the first session, importance of effective research communication of the program, led by respected Dr. Indalin Saha, sir. Sir, Dr. Indalin Saha, sir, currently holds the esteemed position of Scientist Key at ICMR, Center for Aging and Mental Health, Indian Council of Medical Research in Kolkata. With a career spanning 18 years, his contributions to the field of aging and mental health research are nothing short of remarkable. Dr. Indalin Saha, sir's expertise encompasses a wide range of activities, including undergraduate and postgraduate teaching, training, and extensive research. He is a co-author of the renowned Essential of Biostatistics and Research Methodology, now in its 4th edition, which has been an invaluable resource for researchers and students alike. His scholarly accomplishments extend to over 100 publications in both national and international journals, a testament to his profound impact to the field of Dr. Sahas's research acumen is further evidenced by his impressive H index of 22 and I-10 index of 48, underscoring the significance of his work in the scientific community. Sir's primary area of expertise lies in epidemiology and biostatistics, making him a leading authority in these critical fields. We are privileged to have Dr. Indani Sahasar as our resource person today and in this inaugural session, and we look forward to valuable and insightful insights session under his guidance. Please join me extending a warm welcome to our respected resource person, Dr. Indani Sahasar, as we embark on this knowledge. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Introducing me. First of all, I am grateful to Institute of Applied Biostatistics for giving me the opportunity, and at the same time, it's my honor to share the stage with some distinguished delegates like guest of honor Dr. Padam Singh sir, who was our Additional Director General ICMR, Chief Guest Professor Halami sir, distinguished guest Professor Thajuddin sir, President Dr. Desmukh sir, Archana Madam, Upadhyay sir, and last but not the least, Shubham Pandeyji and Amit Tiwari for organizing the program. So thank you all for, once again, I'm grateful to Padam Singh sir for giving me the opportunity. I've been in his platform for the last 5 years, since 2019. So I've been with him, with sir's guidance and blessings. So we are continuing the journey. So with all of your permission, can I start today's session?
Please, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Please.
Thank you. So I'm sharing my screen. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
And I'm audible, na?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Today, I'm going to take the first session, that is the importance of effective research communications. Right. So the thing is this. What is research communications? So the research communication, this is the definition of research communication. It is the ability to interpret or translate complex research findings into language, format, and context that non-experts understand. So this is the actual definition of research communication. So please remember, this is not synonymous with research writing or article writing or report writing. So whenever we write an article, we write an research, this is for the research community, whoever we have got the funding, I am bound to give the report. And in case of the publications, I'm writing to again one of the scientific community. So where some research jargons, some words, terminologies are used. But here in research communication, please remember, it has to be translated in a very simple language, format, and context, so that even a non-scientific person, non-researcher, they can also understand, and they can also use and translate this knowledge into their daily activities. This is the meaning of the research communication. So please remember, it is not synonymous with research writing or research disseminations. Sometimes some people, they used to think that research disseminations and research communications are same. Say, for example, I have published one article. Now I'm sharing it in my different social media, like ResearchGate, like Google Scholar, like Publons, like PubMed, like ORCID, etc., etc. But this is not research communication. This is research dissemination. So what does this research communication means? So again, I'm telling you. So whatever finding you have got, that you have to write it, you have to translate it in a very simple language, so that even a non-scientific person, non-researcher, they can understand and they can use that knowledge. So basically, the research is done for the benefits of the general population. so that the end users for whom the research was done, so they can use the knowledge in their own way. So this is the meaning of research communication. So research disseminations, I've already told you, making information accessible through internet, through conference, through journal and presentation. So I've completed one project. I'm presenting my finding in one of the conference where I've done one presentation. Now I'm disseminating it in a journal, and I'm also placing it in my institute internet so that it is visible to all research community. But please remember, general population, they cannot access all these documents. Even if they can access, they cannot translate it in their own way, so that they are not able to use it unless it is made into a policy level. So this is the main importance of the research communication. So what are the importance for general population? They can improve the quality of life, help them to understand the miscommunication and the misconceptions. Please remember the COVID time. In our COVID time, pandemic time, we have seen we are repeatedly getting different WhatsApp message. They are telling, do this, do not do this. So they are even also telling, if you take this vaccine, you will die within next 100 days. If you do not take, if you do not take the vaccine, then it is good. Some communities, they have said, you don't use any mask. Mask will not help you. So please remember, so these are some communications and misconceptions. And so many articles have been drafted, so many articles have been published. But where it has been published, where it is within the community of research community, where the general population, they cannot access. So it is our duty as a researcher, after the report was published, after the report was communicated and submitted, it has to be translated in a very own simple language without any scientific jargon, so that the general population, they can use the knowledge and they can use it in their day-to-day life, so that they can increase their quality of life. So increase internet and participation in the research field. So in that way, the people also become interested. They will also become interested to participate in the research. See, myself, I'm MD in community medicine. I'm basically from the public health, now working in the field of mental health and aging. Now we basically do the community-based, large community-based research, where we visit door-to-door visits to the population and where we interact with the populations. Many times we have seen that people are not interested to talk with us. They're not interested to share their feelings, to share their whatever they are feeling. Now, again, it is mostly prominent in case of urban areas, though it is also becoming a problem in the rural areas as well. We have recently completed some of the studies in the urban areas and rural areas. In urban areas, again, to talk to the community people by door-to-door visit is a very cumbersome process. Even sometimes we do not get some access. Even if we do get the access, we do not get that adequate information what we are supposed to receive from them. So this is the thing. So if they see that something is going on and some new information is coming, so in that way also they will also become interested and they will also participate in the research field. Because you see, without their participation, our community research will not survive, isn't it? Basic research that you can do in the laboratory, without the population's participations, without their consent, without their wholehearted support, it is not possible for us to do for the community-based, large population-based study. Recently, we have completed one study where we have covered around 4,650 populations, adult populations in 4 different states. This is a multicentric study where we have assessed the mental health outcome after COVID-19 pandemic among adults. So please remember, 4,650 populations in 4 different states. So unless people come up and interact with us, it will not be possible for us to do this large population-based survey as well. So for the general population, effective research communication is very important, so that they will also become interested and they will also participate in our research field. Then what are the benefits for the research community? It helps boost awareness of the work. So once a researcher will see that some new findings have come out from this study, so then he or she will also become interested to search for more additional evidences. And sometimes he or she will get, yes, These are the evidences that are known or that are documented till date. But still there are some gaps. There are some still research gaps where some information are missing. So in that way, they can formulate their research question, they can formulate their hypothesis accordingly to address that research gap. So it will boost awareness of the work. So strong impact in the research and scientific fields. Now you see, now today is the era of evidence-based medicine. So whenever we are getting new information from the new evidence, so naturally it has become a strong impact in the research and science fields. In the COVID-19 pandemic time, we have seen when the Covaxin, when the Covishield has been launched, so many trials have been conducted in our country just to find out the effectiveness and in different population. So in that way also, it is also beneficial for the research community, and also very important that it will lead to new collaboration. Suppose I have found that one of my colleague who is working in a different lab, he is working with new strain of Salmonella typhi. Now I'm also working in that field. So in that way also I can communicate with that particular researcher and I can share my views and I can take his or her views as well. In that way we can go for a new collaboration where we can go for a collaborative study. Now you see ICMR is now promoting multi-centric collaborative research. So single center research, without any collaboration and without involving so many disciplines, so it will not give that much of impact. So now ICMR, they are now giving more and more importance in the multicentric study, and if the study is multidisciplinary. So in that way, you can have the access to lead a new collaboration as well. Again, very important thing for the research communication is that it increased professional developments. You might be thinking, I'm disseminating my findings in the research to the layman. I'm communicating my research finding to the layman who are not directly related with the science, who are directly not related with the research. Then how it is going to help me? So please remember, I will also discuss in my slides the research impact. There are several measures by means of which we measure the research impact. So these are known as citations. You might be hearing some citations like H index, I-10 index, H bar index, E index. So so many citations are there. These are basically generated from the published articles in a journal. Again, there are some other metrics as well, like alt metrics, Plummes metrics, where alt metrics and Plummes metrics, they give importance in the journal citations, but at the same time, they are also giving more emphasis on how the articles are circulating in the social media like Facebook, like WhatsApp, like Twitter, and how many people they are accessing the articles. So there are some measures as well. So if you can effectively communicate your research communication findings, in that way, your alt metric index, your Plummes index, that will also be increased. But certainly H index, I-10 index will not be increased. But certainly you will get a boost in your alt metrics index and Plummes index. I will tell you in my slide, I've kept some of my findings, and it also helps in getting funds. So that is the most last but not least, so which is very important. So once you have got the new collaborations and you have made a strong impact, and in that way also you have got some citations, qualitative citations, not quantitative, qualitative from alt metrics or Plummes metrics. So in that way also you can, that also facilitates in getting chance of getting funds from the funding agency. So what are the tips? Tips is you have to know your audience, and accordingly you have to structure the message in a very simple word, but focus on the important parts. If you think about one of your research topic or one of your research article, you will see in one research topic or one research article, we keep so many objectives. Usually we keep 2 objectives or 3 objectives. Again, some people, they keep more objectives, although these are not desirable. It is desirable to keep only 2 to 3 objectives. But here, when you are making your research communications, you forget about all of your objectives. You don't have to thirst all objectives. Okay, objective on this finding, objective to this finding, objective to this finding. No, you have to write down only the salient, important take-home message from your research. So that is very important. So you have to focus on your important points, which will make relevance in their day-to-day life. So you need not to. So if you remember, whenever we write the report writing, we try to keep the report writing objective wise. Objective one, these are the findings, these are the tables, these are the figures. So here, this is in research communication, this is not the thing. In research writing, that is very most important. Research writing, that topic will be covered in subsequent classes. So please remember, so you have to highlight the relevance of your work. Please remember, use simple language. One of our distinguished guests was telling that sometimes we get response from the journal. The language is not good, the language is so simple, and it has to be corrected by some native English person. This is for the research writing. So whenever you are submitting one research article in a journal, but in research communications, you have to use simple language, and you have to use small sentences, so that people can understand and people can use that knowledge in their day-to-day life. It would be better if you had visual representation to make things engaging, like a flow chart, like a schematic diagram. You do this, or then you do this, and then you don't, and you do this. Now, sometime and very recently, we have seen throughout the country, we are facing heat waves. In our West Bengal too, the temperature is 44 degree, 45 degree. So again, you have seen so many guidelines have come up in the WhatsApp message. This is that you can tell as a effective research communications. Now, laymen, they can understand what to do, what not to do. And you see, they have used some pictures, some logos like these things. So if you add some visual representation to make things engaging, so that is most important. And the skilled writing skills. So please remember, this is for the general population. Don't use complicated words, and try to make the sentences so simple, so that it can be received by the end users. So these are some of the tips of writing effective research communications. Please remember, this is different from the effective research writing. What I have told in this slide, this is effective research communications. Today, this is my topic. Now, before going to research communication, because this is somehow research publication, research writing will come first. After that, the research communication will come. I was listening the talk of some of our speakers, distinguished speakers. So that is why I have also kept some tips for research publications. You see, it's very important. Now I'm talking about research, effective research writing or effective research dissemination. So after you have written the manuscript, then you have to do the journal selection. Then sometimes you have to go through the instruction to the authors for that particular journal. This is very important. I've submitted one article to one journal where I have not maintained their format and their style. So invariably, the handling editor or the managing editor will become angry. He or she will know that without going through the instruction, I have prepared the manuscript and I am submitted. So I'm not very serious about this publication. So in that way, he or she will think. So please go through the instruction to the authors. Accordingly, you prepare the manuscript. And then after you prepare the manuscript, you have to go for the submission. Then after submission, you have to wait for a sufficient period of time for a response to come from the journal. How much time? Nobody knows. It might be 24 hours or it might be 24 months as well. We have seen when we have faced these things. And then accordingly, you have to take the next call of action. If they tell for technical correction, then you have to do the technical correction and you have to resubmit. Otherwise, you have to, or major revision, or if they reject, then you have to prepare you have to collect the responses, whatever they have understood, whatever they have found the lacuna in your manuscript, and accordingly you rewrite and you resubmit to another journal. So choosing journal is very important. From the papers where we cite, we can select the journals from there, because they have published similar topic, and you have also kept that references in the reference list. So in that way, you can initial choice that can come from here. Another important point is the impact factor or the reputation. So highest impact factor, so highest reputation. In that way also you can choose the journal, national or international journal. So what is international journal? The journal who is having international readers, international authors, they are called as the international journals. So the risk benefit ratio you have to understand. Focus of the journal. You are working on a microbiology field and you have submitted your article in a public health journal. So you see that is not matching with the focus of the journal. So you have to see the focus of the journal. Most very important, index versus non-index journal. We have seen erstwhile Medical Council of India, now National Medical Commission, they have regularly update, and they tell which journal are indexed, which journal are non-indexed, and they tell that Directory of Open Access Journal, DOAJ, Scopus, PubMed, these MBase, these are some index journals. So they can, if you publish this journal in this journal, then that can be used in your promotion. So charges versus free journals, another big issue. Nowadays, most of the journals, they take article processing charge, that is the APC. So PLOS ONE, this is one of the highly charged journal. They take around 1 to 1.5 lakh rupees per article. So different things are there. So accordingly, you have to select. So which journal? You see, regularly you will get this type of article, this type of email, where you are asked that please submit your article by this thing and we will publish your article. So these journals are known as predatory journals. This is also known as the fake journals. You see, there are only very predatory journals and publishers in the year 2011. But as on 2021, you see the number, it has been increased a lot. So please be very cautious about the predatory journals. The predatory journals, this term was coined by first this gentleman, this is known as Jeffrey Bell. He was a librarian working in the University of Colorado, USA. He first coined the term predatory journal, and he used to publish one Bell's list of predatory publishers. But nowadays this list is not published by him, but it has been taken over by another European researcher. So you can take the Bell's list and accordingly you can see which journal is good and which journal is predatory. So another very burning issue nowadays, this is a clone journal or hijack journal. If you see the shoe in the left pan, you will see this is a fake shoes, but you see the logo is more or less same. So this is basically the clone journal or hijack journal. It looks like a good journal, but it is not a good journal, but this is a fake journal. So these are some of the places where you can check the authenticity of the journal. If you find the name of your journal in these sites, then you are very much sure that your journal is a good journal. This is not a predatory journal. So these are the list. DOAJ means Directory of Open Access Journal, OSPA, Open Access Scholarly Publishers Association, COPE, Committee of Open Publication Ethics, International Network for Availability of Scientific Publishers, and this thing is the Bell's list. So these are some of the places where you can check whether the journal is good or not. Again, another tools is also there. This is known as think, check, and submit. These are the things where you can browse and you can scroll and you can understand whether the journal you have selected, whether this is a good journal or this is a predatory journal. One of our sir has talked about the plagiarism. I have only kept one slide regarding tips to avoid plagiarism. Again, this is for the effective research writing, not communication. So acknowledge the work of the others, also common scientific knowledge. Whenever you have borrowed some statement or some concept from anybody else, you write that statement, but do not write or copy and paste it. You just reframe it. This is known as paraphrasing. This is known as paraphrasing. So summarize the concept or statement in your own words. This is known as paraphrasing or summarizing. But if you are unable to paraphrase or summarize, say for a definition, then you can copy and paste, then you put a quotation marks. So where paraphrasing or summarization is not possible, you place a quotation marks. But please remember, both in case of paraphrasing and in quotation marks, please do not forget to acknowledge the source. So you write down, from this source you have taken this statement, from this source you have taken this concept, from this source you have taken this result, findings, etc., etc. It is also better to acknowledge common scientific knowledge as well. What is the meaning of common scientific knowledge? Common scientific knowledge means tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This is common scientific knowledge. So some authority, they say, whenever you are writing in one of article, tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, you need not to acknowledge the source. But some authorities, again, they say you better to acknowledge that source as well. So these are some 3 tips to avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism means kidnapping. So you have kidnapped the statement or concept from anyone else and without acknowledging his or her contribution. So these are some of the tips to avoid plagiarism. So different media for research disseminations. Again, after you have published one article. So this is one of the communication. This is known as the ORCID. ORCID stands for Open Researcher and Contributor ID. Please remember, you create your ORCID ID. Those who are not having ORCID ID, so this is the ORCID ID. So this is the ORCID number of mine. Please remember, in some of the journals, in foreign journal and in also some national journal, you only be able to submit a research article unless you have a ORCID number. ORCID number is nothing but an Aadhaar number of individual researcher. My name is Indranil Saha. So many doctors are there, they are also having name of Indranil Saha. So if I claim some of their publication as mine, then how to distinguish? So this is the ORCID ID. So this is an Aadhaar ID of individual researcher. Unlike Aadhaar ID number, it is having 16-digit number, whereas our Aadhaar ID having 12-digit numbers. So it is having 16-digit number. So this is very important. Open Researcher and Contributor ID, where you can write down your education, you can write down your employment, your funding sources, your works, your peer review activities, so many things you can include it there. So here, if you write in the ORCID ID, so there is a good ORCID ID, so there is chance of getting the fund in the funding agencies. Another important ID is the researcher ID. So now if you give the ORCID ID, then somebody they also do not ask for researcher ID, but sometimes some authorities they also ask for researcher ID as well. So Scopus ID is also there, PubMed ID is also there. So in that way also you can create researcher ID as well. Next very important tool for the research dissemination is the ResearchGate. You see 56 Nobel laureates, they are in the ResearchGate website. So please remember, please do not forget to become a member of the ResearchGate. So this is my ResearchGate ID. So you can write down, and also you can see previously they used to publish ResearchGate RG score, ResearchGate score. You see at that time it was 37.49. But nowadays ResearchGate, they are not publishing ResearchGate score. Instead, they are now giving research interest score. So now this is also this matters now. So please remember, you create your ID. Those who are not having ResearchGate, so create your ID. So once you have published your research, so you can upload it in the ResearchGate, and accordingly ResearchGate they will calculate some of the metrics. So this metric is very important. This is known as the research interest score. They also write down the citations as well. They also give the H index as well, right? So this is some of the things that you will get from the ResearchGate. Another important medium is the Google Scholar. Please remember, please create your account in Google Scholar, those who are not having Google Scholar account. So once you have created Google Scholar account, then you have to upload your research article here, And accordingly, if you see, then after some time, Google Scholar will get you how many citations you have, how many H index you have, how many I10 index you have. So this is very, very important. H index means how H index is 23. So what does it mean? It means my 23 articles have been cited at least 23 times. This is the meaning of the H index. So please remember, this is very important. Now there's funding agency, they look for the H index. Again, another index is the I10 index. I10 index 50 means my 50 articles have been cited at least more than 10 times. This is the meaning of I10 index. So these are some of the measures by means of which your research impact is calculated in terms of quantitative terms, right? So qualitative, I will also tell you later on. I've already told you alt metric scores and the Plumex matrix, some of the qualitative impact to understand your research impact. So please remember Google Scholar. Another important thing is the Publons as well. So you have to create your account in Publons as well, so you can cite your publication, and they also give the H index. But to be honest, H index is better. You will get it from the Google Scholar. So if you create your account in Google Scholar and if you upload your article, then you will get the exact H index, total number of citations, as well as the I10 index. So these are all about the Publons. Again, this is one of my article. You can go through this article in your convenient time. Research rating, some technicalities, where I have discussed about different citation matrices like H index, G index, E index, H bar index, I10 index. I have already told you the meaning of H index. Suppose if somebody is having H index 5, what does it mean? It means his 5 articles have been cited at least 5 times or more. This is the meaning of H index. Again, if somebody is having I10 index 5, what does it mean? It means his 5 articles have been cited at least 10 times or more. So these are some of the citation metrics, very important. These are usually measured to know the research impact, and some of the there are some qualitative indices as well. This is known as alt metric score and the Plumex matrix. So you see, this is the picture. This is the picture of the alt metric score. You see, this is a square. This is a circular like structure. You see, so many colors are there. So different colors, they are having different meanings. So if you have good research communication, then it will be reflected in this. But this will not be reflected in your H index, I10 index. Please remember. But effective research communication, if you are able to go for effective research communication, then these will be reflected in the alt metric score. You see, 2 news outlets, 11 blogs, 1 Wikipedia page, 109 tweets, 14 Facebook posts, 13 Google Plus users. So you see, effective research communication will lead to increase alt metric score, will also lead to increase Plumex matrix. This is one of the Plumex matrix score. You see, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different structures are there, and 5 different structures, they have the 5 different meanings. You see, 3442 usage, abstract PDF, 320, 331 captures, 10 mentions, blogs, links, and news. 64 times it has been circulated in the social media like Twitter, Facebook. And again, you see, this is the red one. This indicates the how many citations you have from that particular article. So please remember, these are some of the things that are very important in research. So now I'm come to the last section, that the different media for effective research communications. So where you should write for the communication. Now it is not journal, it is not possible. Now the newspaper. So this is one of the option. You can write a small story, it's very small, in very simple language, and you get it published in the newspaper, even local newspaper or in national or state newspaper as well. The thing is this, the motto is this: you have to transmit the message to a large number of population so that they can use your message in their day-to-day life. Again, another important thing, you can also share your communication by making some simple small videos in the YouTube. We have seen in case of the COVID time, so many people, so many researchers, they have made some YouTube. If you remember, I still remember, so many researchers, pulmonologists, they have made some very small YouTube videos, how to do the breathing exercise, those who are having COVID lungs. So please remember, so this is also one of the important options you have. Magazine, local magazine also, this is also one of the options. School magazine, college magazine, or also in the magazine in some local areas. So please remember, this is also important. Next is the WhatsApp message. You see, so many times the WhatsApp message is forwarded. So also, if you write one very good communication, you will see the message will be transmitted to so many end users. So in that way, you can approach and you can access to a large number of community people. Facebook is another important thing that also matters. So please remember, accordingly, you write the message in a very simple way. And if you give down some schematic diagram or like this thing, white logo or small picture, that will be very important. Similarly, in X-handed or Twitter, and sometimes in the personal blog as well. So these are some of the medias for effective research communication. WhatsApp, I've told you, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, newspaper, magazine, and the personal blog as well. So please remember, now this message is for both good research communications and good research writing. So good robust study fails to keep its prestige through poor writing. Suppose we have done a very solid study, very solid methodology, very robust, but my writing is very poor. So the prestige of my study, my robustness, that will not be maintained through my poor writing. So good robust study fails to keep its prestige through poor writing. Again, very good writing cannot mask a poorly conducted study. I have done one study that is not very poorly conducted. Now I have hired one people who is very good in writing. Even very good writing cannot mask a poorly conducted study. That is why we talk a very important thing, that is the art and science of research. This is a science, but at the same time, it is an art as well. How you writing, how you are preparing. So with this, I end today's session. Thank you very much for your patience hearing. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for delivering a wonderful session. I hope all delegates aware about the effective research communication. So if there is any doubt regarding today's session, then I request to all delegates, please raise your hand or write query in the chat box. If there is any query, you can raise your hand. I can send you a unmute request, or you can simply write query in the chat box.
So I'd be happy if you have any questions or if you need some clarity. Basically, effective research communication is a very small topic, around 3 to 4 slides.
Yes.
So, and I was listening the lectures of our distinguished guests. So in that way, then I thought, yes, I should also include some relevant, important things, because research writing comes first, then the research communication. So I have tried my level best to cover the research writing a little bit as well.
Yes, definitely, sir. It's very thankful for delivering a session. Research that is small topic in a very unexpected way. Thank you so much, sir, for delivering wonderful session. I hope that there is no query. If there is any query, you can, as usual, you can mail us. You can WhatsApp us. I will contact with our resource person and I'll revert you as soon as that. So, on the behalf of Institute of Applied Statistics and Microbiologists Society India, we extend our sincere gratitude to our respected resource person, Dr. Nalin Saha, sir, for enlightening and enriching lecture. Sir, your profound insight and vast experience and invaluable contribution have truly inspired all delegates present in today's session. Once again, thank you, sir, for your invaluable contribution to this first program, inaugural program of the 1 month certificate program. Thank you very much, sir, for your precious time and contribution in this ceremony. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear participant. Thank you, Amit Tiwari, for your excellent coordination and excellent coordination of the team. Thank you all. Thank you all. Good night. Good night. Good night.
So thank you, everyone. And tomorrow we have one more session, second session of this program, that will be how to find a research topic, how to select title, and that will be delivered by the Dr. Manushi Srivastava ma'am from IMS BHU. So be on time. The tomorrow session will start to 7:30, and all next further session will start at 7:30 as per schedule. You can get schedule from our website. So this is the end of today's session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, organizers. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.